Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Gemini. If Gemini is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Knock, knock, knock. Who is going to be in there tonight? All right. Ooh. We have some I have a lot of stuff happening. Okay, some big energy. All right. So, Gemini, I hope you are doing well. Hopefully wherever you're at, the weather is nice. You are feeling inspired, content, well rested. All of the best things. All of the best things in life. All right. So, and I think that this is going to be a big, it's going to really set the tone of the whole reading. But sometimes when I pull a card for a reading, it is kind of an afterthought. It's maybe just something that's kind of an extra flavor, in the pot. But, or I guess in the tea in this case. But I think that sometimes it really does set the tone, the mood for the whole reading. So, and this one being one of my favorites, this very Virgo heavy archetype, the Hermit. And I am, if you don't know why I'm so partial to Virgo, I am a solar Virgo. So I'm also quite a hermit, although I do have a family, but my natural state is hermithood. So we have the Hermit. This is from the Thoth deck. Very, I don't know that it's my favorite depiction of the Hermit, but it's pretty. I think that this is kind of that Art Nouveau or, that kind of turn of the century kind of aesthetic, or a little, maybe like, almost the 20s. But I like the colors. It's pretty. And so we have the lantern, obviously the illuminating light. We also have the kind of old wise man traveling through the dark night with his illuminating lantern. We have Cerberus, the dog, kind of in that Janus position, with the head first, or the head forward, kind of, well, two of the heads, but then the head backwards. So kind of this alpha omega, kind of a focus on seeking resolution, seeking completion, right? Then we have the Orphic egg up here with the snake around it. And this is kind of the creative energy, creative force, the beginning of new spiritual and physical forms, and so on. So in this case, I mean, I really think that we are beginning to see a little bit of a story happening. Last week we talked about somebody in your life maybe speaking against you, maybe repeating something you said, or kind of divulging a secret of yours. Something where you just felt that your trust was really broken. Okay, so let's take a look here. We have I feel that there has been really some kind of shifting moods, okay? I think definitely shifting moods, mood swings, kind of a touch of, that mercurial energy, maybe some anger, sadness, just loss of trust. And now we did talk about in the last reading that you possibly in this situation, you felt something came out about you, or somebody was, just kind of, it could be a little thing, it could be something very, very personal. But whatever it was something that you definitely felt maybe some shame about, or it just something that made you very self-conscious, okay? And I think that people kind of rallied in your support, but because there was that betrayal of trust, you're kind of moving into this more hermit space of just kind of rejecting these social connections, really not having the time or energy for other people. I feel like your mind is really just full of different things. I feel like this is what I kind of related to, and this is terrible because I grew up into my early teen years with not having the internet, right? And then only having like a phone if I was at home because we had landlines. So it's almost like when the internet goes out or the power goes out and like suddenly you are like, okay, what do I do? Like it's out for a while. And it's like, I don't have my phone. I can't watch TV. I can't really cook, all of your main things that you are your go-to in your normal routine, have kind of been abruptly stopped. Right? So I feel that there's like all these different kinds of like, well, what should I be doing with myself? Okay. Now I see this, and some of these are I really love when there's like all the little animals and the people, but we have this person here and they have almost like a telescope. Okay. And that kind of exploring, looking out for like the next thing that you're going to be going into. How are you going to channel that energy that you have? I feel that in this one totally looks like one of those horses. I don't know what they're called, but they train them to kind of dance or march in a certain, like they're kind of doing a little horse ballet or kind of a horse dancey type thing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe Google it, because it is a thing. It's like a whole, I don't know a lot about horses or like training animals to dance. But I do know it's out there because I've seen it like in the world. But for me, what this reads as being a very able, powerful creature, but living very deliberately. I will get it out, I promise. So living in this intentional space, okay, being very aware of the way that you move, the decisions that you will be making, where you're going to put your energy, effort, who and what you're going to allow into your psychic space, physical space. Just really, I think that this was kind of a big blow for you. So, but I am of the mind that this might be kind of, like a blessing in disguise a little bit. Although, yeah, of course it's terrible when somebody, betrays our trust. And And especially when you kind of almost feel like you lose trust in other people who maybe weren't even involved. You know, you just don't, it's like you don't even want to deal with anybody else because, you know, if this person that you knew so well could do that, then imagine what other people can do. I think that's a normal reaction. I don't think it will last forever, but I do think that in this time period, you can really take advantage of the time that you have to be with yourself, to get to know yourself a little bit more, to be your own companion for a while. Also to clear out kind of any negative energies, any kind of, you know, I think really what it is considering what it is you want to look for in somebody you have close in your life, and setting boundaries, firm boundaries, right? And deciding like what are you willing to kind of come to some kind of compromise on, or work towards growing together as friends, as chosen family, maybe even within a romantic relationship or a domestic relationship. But also, and more importantly, what are you absolutely not going to put up with? Okay, and really sticking to that. Now, if this is bringing somebody new into your life, or if it is kind of just working on having these boundaries within your existing relationships, I think it could be both, for sure. Let's see. I want to look a little bit more. We have kind of this, it looks like there's like a puppy, a dog, right? With the nose and the ear. And it looks like it's sniffing this little heart. So I feel like, although the person we talked about before in the last reading was maybe somebody very close to you, or that you felt close to, they were not very loyal to you, obviously. But I think that there's somebody in your life who is very loyal, or will kind of become that loyal friend or, partner, that really cares about your well-being, cares about the state of your heart. They will protect it, right? I read something the other day where it said like the difference between love is like like and love. Somebody that likes you, or somebody that likes a flower, will pluck the flower, right? Pull it to have it. Somebody that loves the flower is going to nurture it and let it grow. So I think that obviously you're the flower in this situation. I think that this person really wants to see you flourish, and they are there. And they are respecting this period of time that you are kind of withdrawing from society a little bit, from your normal kind of hangouts or wherever you kind of see people you know, and just kind of doing your own thing for a while. Okay, now we have this, and it looks kind of like we have this person kind of walking away. It looks like there's another person kind of trying to grab the back of their shirt. And I think that, this is very much about the person that you kind of were in the situation with is really trying to get your attention so that they can, I don't know, make amends in some way. Or, just they are trying to get your attention so you can like move on. They might not even be sorry about it. They just think that you're overreacting or whatever it is. I think though that the energy really is showing me that you kind of want to just not even engage. I really think this next cycle of time is going to be so much about like contemplation, finding the beauty, the little subtle beauty beauties in your life, okay? Spending time really building yourself up, acknowledging your strengths, your successes, and really cultivating your passions, okay? It's amazing how much more time we have when we aren't kind of indulging in either passive friendships, like on Facebook or, you know, whatever, some social media on Twitter or Reddit or where. I probably sound very old saying that, but you know, whatever social media platform that you're on, where you're really engaging in a lot of passive kind of indirect relationships with people, kind of this like voyeuristic like friendships we have now with people. When you just even cut out your use to like very little, maybe a couple minutes a day or going, you know, a week or two without it, you will see how much time is freed up for you to really kind of put those into things that you are interested in, cultivating those passions for sure. I think that, you know, and I'm looking at this, there's just a lot of these. It looks like there's some figures that are kind of holding things. We have a person here and it looks like they're kind of holding something up. Another person here that's holding something. This one looks like they're kind of setting something down. And in my estimation, I really do think that this is a lot about bringing harmony into your life through kind of organization. And with the Hermit card, it's all about that kind of Virgo energy of like being really into organizing, realigning your systems, schedules, you know, bringing, kind of going through and auditing the things that you spend your time doing, as we kind of mentioned really just a minute ago. Really prioritizing your focuses in life, and just, you know, kind of getting things back to a place where you feel like you're going to be more emotionally productive, spiritually productive, able to have the space to experience some kind of quiet, some kind of just calm contentness, you know, maybe having some kind of revelation coming through, visions, dreams, synchronicities, this kind of thing. I also think it's really important when you've gone through something that has been so kind of depleting, to really focus on getting not just sleep, but restorative sleep. So if this means that you also need to rethink your sleep schedule or your bedtime kind of routine to help promote better, deeper, longer sleep, I think that's something to definitely look into, because that is really going to be key in the healing process. Mind, body, and soul. Also gives you a good place because you are going into that REM sleep and dreaming, right? You're going to have more of a relationship with the unconscious and more of those symbols and scenarios and kind of, you know, self-allegories and ordeals being worked through in these dream spaces, which is very, I think, one of the more important things that we do in life. Okay, I'm all about that dream world. And I think that it really helps support a healthier waking life for sure. Okay, so I think really focusing on that deliberate living, you know, I think that there is a desire. There are so many little hearts in here. I'm seeing, even this one's cool because it has like the little lines coming off of it. But there are also question marks or partial kind of loops like this. And I think that there's a desire to find a resolution in the situation, but just in general, to be able to get through this and over it so you can continue on with the things you want to do, with the people you want to do them with. But I think also, you know, that will come for sure. I don't think forcing it is not going to help anything. Or also getting to a place where you start to think, oh, maybe I was just overreacting. Maybe I'm the one that's being, you know, being silly about this or whatever. You know, it's easy to kind of like, as the issue goes further in the past, we kind of just smooth things over in our minds. Our memory is kind of weird like that, where we can, even the most sometimes horrific things can start to seem, oh, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't even, you know, like, what, I'm just overreacting. It's not, you know, not even that big of a deal. But I think it's important to stick with those first feelings that you have. Just remember how this made you feel. I'm not saying hold on to it or to cling to it or to be unforgiving or any of that. But I think it's important to honor the way that you have felt, okay? And of course, the evolution of your feelings and letting go of kind of transient feelings, let them travel as they may, very important too, okay? But I think forcing a resolution is not necessarily high on the priorities right now. I think really just using this time to, you know, get some things reorganized and better suiting the life that you are living right now versus, you know, maybe the life you're envisioning or the old life before. I want to also show this 2. That's a really nicely formed 2. So that seems important. Okay. And also I see a T and an O. Okay. So I don't know if that's 2 or if that is maybe a part of a name or possibly like initials. That seems important. We also have this little flower here, or stem with the leaves, missing the flower, okay? So I think we're partway there. We're growing. There's going to be some budding coming and opening at some point, but just, you know, stick with the pace that you're at. Don't hurry anything too far or too fast, okay? Just wanted to look over here. No. I'm gonna look at this one. Okay. So we have this little sheep right here. I think this is in line with getting some good sleep. But also, I think just coming to a place of some serenity. Just being able to, again, like we talked about, the contemplation. Maybe a lot of this too could be about, and this is kind of double duty here, but maybe cleaning your bedroom or the place that you sleep, kind of making it more minimal, or getting done some of the decorating you want to do, or switching the decorating, or whatever it is, something so it's soothing and will promote a place where you can go and think, a place that you can maybe be alone for a little while, and a place where you can come to bed and kind of turn off everything from the world and sleep well, okay? We also have the horse. Okay, so another horse here. And in these postures, the other one was a similar posture, but it kind of looked like its legs were up. This one is kind of just looks very powerful. Like it is, you know, stopping and kind of just taking everything in. And I really, I feel like you maybe you're not a very stoic person, but I feel that you are in a kind of stoic posture right now. Not overly interested in sharing your feelings with everybody, just kind of quieter in your thoughts and processing some of the things that have gone on, and really just deciding maybe how you go forward from here. Okay. All right, Gemini, I thank you so much for the time you spend with me. And if you didn't see the last Gemini video, maybe go back and watch that. It can give some more context to this one, but this one also totally could be by its, you know, standalone reading. So you don't have to do that. I just wanted to mention, if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It will let you know when the next videos come out. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm, which some days I'm having trouble doing. I'm going to be real with you. Some days are good, some days are iffy, but every little kind of engagement helps a lot. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I would appreciate hearing from you. I wake up sometimes and there are so many nice messages, and it really just like makes my day. And throughout the day, just kind of going back and forth with people, it really is just the most wonderful energy. All right, Gemini, thank you, thank you, thank you.